Dog's going on the hunt. Aloha. Aloha, bro. What do we got?
We're after Marshawn Lynch. He's got 2 years left and failed to report to camp.
So we got 2 years. Now you gotta report.
And he's a runner.
He's a runner. Looks like the dog's going bird hunting, brah.
Dog, he took the bait!
Oh. Yeah! Yeah! There we go, Showtime.
Oh. All right, big boy. Oh, so pumped.
Woo! Woo! All right.
I run for 200 yards.
Oh, yeah. Taste the rainbow.
I'm very excited to be ending my holdout and go back on the field.
You can run, but you can't hide. Box score starts right now, bro.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. We're down one. Seton, I think, may be out on the run from the dog. McLovin, if you were on the run from someone like Dog the Bounty Hunter, how would you cover your tracks?
I'm not great at all that like kind of espionage, tricky stuff. I've thought about this. If like, you know, if I was ever in trouble with the government, they would find me in about 2 seconds. I don't even have cash. I use only credit cards. I like to call my wife every half hour and tell her where I am. I would be very easy to find.
Brock, I think I watched too many Jason Bourne movies. One time I had a conversation with my wife. I said, you know what? If I'm ever falsely accused of a crime and I'm facing hard jail time, falsely accused, like 10 years, I go, I'm running. I'm skipping the country, and here's where you can find me. And my wife is the only person who knows where it is. So we have a plan in place.
Where is it?
Almost got me.
Yeah, if you follow a little trail of breadcrumbs or little mini hot dogs and little pieces of lo mein, I'm not very good at the hide and go seek kind of thing. I'd get caught very, very quickly. Either you'd find corned beef, pepperoni. It would just be not good. You'd bust me very, very rapidly.
Then you could write a book, Orange is the New Black. Paulie, please recap the great sports movie debate you had yesterday for us.
Well, Dan was watching Karate Kid the other night. Text us, and I was watching already, but we all watched Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio. And so the debate was, is it a sports movie? Reggie Miller said no. Richard Roper said yes. Rich Eisen said it was not a sports movie. And luckily enough, his agent, Ralph Macchio's agent, listens and watches the show and says, you want to have Ralph on tomorrow? Fritzy took care of the details and got him on.
He did. Ralph Macchio dialed in, and he put an end to this silly debate.
Sports Illustrated about a year ago, so here's an endorsement, called me and asked if I would write their point after piece for about being frozen in time, because they considered Karate Kid one of the seminal sports movies of all time. I wrote this piece, you know, sort of equivalating myself to being sort of iconic in that role, in the way, so like you remember Jim Craig wrapped in the American flag, or Joe Montana throwing that pass to Dwight Clark in the end zone. The fact that Sports Illustrated called me to do that, I thought, you know, I think that might be an endorsement that some others out there think it's a sports movie.
I mentioned in the box, it's one of the more surreal things about doing this job. A lot of us are children of the 80s and 90s, and if you'd have told me when I watched Karate Kid the first 10 times in the 80s that I'd be talking to Ralph Macchio before he went on the air on a show I worked on, it would not even compute. And also the fact that he's such a cool dude that he's got to be so tired of talking about that movie. He's been asked about it literally probably 10,000 times. But he was fresh, he was energetic, and he came off fantastic. And I'm telling you, we got more reaction to that segment than almost anything we've done this year.
Yeah, I thought he was great, and I concur with Paulie about, you know, growing up, whether it was Keanu Reeves and some of our favorite movies over the years, and now we're getting a chance to either talk to them on the phone or actually meet them and have them in studio, whether it be here in the Milford Man Cave or in New York City. It's nice that we can all still have that kid in the candy store excited feel every day, not just about the sports news of the day, but we literally don't know where the show's going to go from 1 minute to the next, or who we're going to meet, or some of the things we've been afforded an opportunity opportunity to do with Dan, there's no way we would have guessed it back in high school or college we'd be doing these kind of things.
I feel really nervous when we have actors and we ask about their classic movies. Like, I feel like they're gonna get upset at some point. Like, if we had Keanu Reeves on and we did like a half hour on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I was like, Dan, maybe we should throw in a Crossroads question or My Cousin Vinny with Ralph Macchio. I don't think we got to any other movie.
Ralph Macchio was tremendous in The Karate Kid, and it was also revealed that Charlie Sheen was actually up for the role of Daniel-san. You guys look back on the time where he came on the show. Fritzy, is that your favorite interview?
I don't know if it was my favorite, but it was very, very entertaining. It's right up there. You know, if you like awkward, weird, strange, not knowing what you're going to get next, and that's what the radio business is all about. And you know, it's if it's not up there, if it's not my first, it would be definitely it's got to be a top 5. Not just because we made all this news and headlines over several days after that, and everybody then wanted to talk to Dan or get Charlie on the show. But it was literally edge of your seat, kind of compelling. This guy's like having some kind of weird breakdown live on our show, so it was pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't even think you categorize Sheen as like in the ranking of your favorite interviews of all time. I mean, because it was like an international event. It wasn't an interview. Like my favorite interviews I think of Will Ferrell. I think of Barkley. I think of I'm a big Vince Vaughn fan when he's with Dan. But Charlie Sheen, I don't put in that category because it was so epic that nobody competes with it.
I totally agree with McLovin. That was more of an event. That was like a 3-day event, like a mini-series. That was like Frost Nixon, man. That was a series of interviews and I'm not kidding. That's the most impactful 2 interviews in the history of the show as far as notoriety. There was a day, I have a picture of it, we're sitting in studio for the morning meeting, and all 3 morning shows, Today's Show, Good Morning America, and the early show, whatever's on CBS, led with our Charlie Sheen interview. That meant it's the #1 story in America.
Charlie Sheen would have been great in The Karate Kid, Tiger Blood and all that. So that got us thinking, and we wanted to ask the boss, which Daniel-san could he take down, Macchio or Sheen? Here it is, boss's thoughts.
I don't think I could have taken either one of them. I mean, Daniel-san was sneaky tough. You know, the whole wax on, wax off. Had the bird pose or whatever that was, the pelican. Sheen, who knows what he would bring in to the dojo. So I'd tap out. Tap out. Before I even got in, I'd tap out. No way I'm messing with those 2 guys.
See, Dan, this is going to come off as harsh, but if The Karate Kid was a movie, Dan was in that, he would have been one of the bad guys because he was not the kid from the other side of the tracks. He was like the star athlete. He always had things going his way, a lot of high school girlfriends. So I think he can't relate to Daniel-san, but I think Sheen would be the guy because remember when he was a wide receiver in Lucas. Yeah. He was a pitcher in Major League. 8 men out. He played a bit. He's an athlete.
But Charlie Sheen's going to take you down chemically, not physically. Daniel LaRusso is probably going to. He probably still has a little left in the tank.
Let's take a break. Coming up after this, it's not the All Valley Championship. It's Danette of the Week. We're going to award it after this.
Dan and the Danettes. I watch the show every day and really enjoy the interaction between you guys. I do think you guys are a little hard on Fritzy. He seems to accept it, but inside he's probably hurt. It's from the Crystal River Sharks, Pop Warner football and cheerleading team in Crystal River, Florida.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Fritzy, getting a lot of love from the folks of Dan Nation. Do you ever get a day off from being the show's punching bag?
Probably not. Sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's more. I don't remember the last time I've ever gone a full 3 hours plus. Our pre-show meetings and stuff where I didn't get ripped or just made to feel like less of a man. But it's nice to get that support. I'll get little tweets and Facebook messages and different social media things saying, hang in there, or we do meet and greets or whatever. Why are they so mean to you? Don't let them get you down. Keep doing your thing. So that's sweet and it's thoughtful. And but I do get upset sometimes. Sometimes I don't share that with the guys. But if there were some like electrodes attached to me as far as my frustration or sadness or anger level, there'd be like little markers all over the place. And then my wife has to play therapist and calm me down. And then if you add that on top of not having any guests for the next day.
How's the buzzer? Is the buzzer around?
Oh, we're going to buzz me? That just makes for a very long evening and not a very comfortable dinner time.
There we go.
You know what? You know, Brock, you know I have an issue with the Crystal River Sharks as a youth football organization. That organization would be buttery soft and, you know, the face of participatory trophies in our country today. I mean, sending in a letter to defend Fritzy, and that letter did not go through proper channels. I've got a lot of, I'm salty. I'm salty right now.
They're salt. They're soft. Well, Dan gave Mr. Softy a chance to open up about his feelings and call out the guy who bullies him the most.
Are you hurting inside?
At times, at times I feel a little beat up, during the course of a show or on the drive home. But I know it's all in good fun for the most part. But I'd be lying if I didn't say there were some days where I'm like, wow, that seemed a little much.
Like when?
I don't have a specific example right at this moment, but you just know when you know. There are some days where you're like, wow, I just have to think we may have gone a little over the top with that name calling or that, some comment.
Who's the worst offender?
That's probably Paulie.
All I really heard there is I won something. Something on the show. I came in first place in some type of contest on the show. So I got to be happy with that.
Fritzy, if you could pop Paulie one time, would it be in the head or the gut?
I'm very sensitive to the gut because of my own GI problems. So I'd probably take a shot at his jaw or something like that. But I'm not violent. I'm not like that. It doesn't get to that point ever. There are times, and we've talked about this many times. Sometimes he can be a little too direct or a little abrasive, or there could be. But that's not. Everyone's personality is different. I'm a little too much of a softie. I'm too passive aggressive. We all could make a list of things that annoy or irritate each other at times, or things that we could all improve on. But it's never got to the point where it's violent, where when other than you and Seton having a little volleyball, your dodgeball fight.
Fritzy doesn't have to soften it. I am tough on Fritzy, and you know what? And I'm not going to apologize because I've been with Fritzy a long time. I think of Fritzy more as like a brother I could say anything to, and I know he knows it's not personal. I hope he knows it's not personal. Believe me, if someone ever ripped Fritzy, I'd be the first man through the door to tear his head off, and I mean that in more in a physical, not a literal way, but like if someone critiqued Fritzy publicly, I'm gonna be the first guy to just hammer him because I know Fritzy works his ass off. But the reason I jump on Fritzy a lot is because he's like a guy who hits 50 home runs and who could hit 70. There is nothing wrong with 50 home runs, but I always think that Fritzy sometimes deprives himself of fun, and that's another thing. I get on Fritzy because sometimes I think he's too high-strung, and I'm not critiquing him for it. It's more I want him to have more fun and be loose, and when he's having fun, he's probably the most fun guy in the building because I think it's partially unexpected and because you never know what he's going to say. He's more of a fun guy than I am. But that's why I kind of get on Fritzy's case. I know it's a weird way to do it. I don't really know how else to do it.
I like to try to chalk it up and get a tougher shell and not let it bother me as much as I used to. So I'm trying.
That being said, if Fritzy ever wanted to hit me one time, I'd do it on TV. I think it'd be pretty good TV. But this guy is a pretty big dude. I think if he hit me, he might.
I'll save it for Roenick. I'm not hitting my my colleagues, even though Roenick's kind of an NBC Sports Network.
What if the HR department of DirecTV said, "We'll let you if Paulie signs a waiver, you could drop him."
That's not gonna. I would.
Would you entertain it?
I would fantasize about it briefly, and then wonder what it would be like. But ultimately, I know better than that. That we're not putting our hands on each other. We're all buddies. We get under each other's skin. We have a very small staff that's on top of each other every day, and you're not going to love each other every second of every day. And that's just I think that's normal, but not to the point where anyone wants to kick the crap out of each other.
Brock, do you think things will change after today's box score? Because we got pretty deep here.
Absolutely not. I think they'll continue on the way they are, and that's the way we want it. So cheer up, Fritzy, because today we're handing out Danette of the Week Award, and guess who it is?
That's when the hammer.
I have that wild side where if every once in a while, a young lady friend popped into the mix, maybe you can go out on a date with me sometime. With my girlfriend.
Wax on, wax off, kid.
You set him up and knock him
down.
down.
I know. No response from Jordan.
No, not yet.
No, after the hammer went after him.
He needs to tweet something as soon as possible.
Fritzy. The hammer.
It's extremely flattering. I'm going to accept the award of Deadhead of the Week on all our behalves. We introduced this new Hammer alter ego, and you saw that little montage there, that little collage of sound bites, things that I've said that were maybe a bit inappropriate. That, by the way, my wife did bring up late last night about threesomes and all that, so I did step over the line there and heard about it. But I will, we can get to that. I will accept the award, but I think these guys have an issue with that.
I have a huge issue with that. All of a sudden, Fritzy has a rough week, gets picked on a little bit, and this created award is awarded to him first. This screams participatory trophy, McLovin.
It sounds like an ESPY. Was you just because you knew Fritzy was going to be here?
Yeah.
Like Seaton was out because he couldn't be here today.
Who voted on this panel?
And Fritzy happens to be sitting in the middle. This is all. I think it was predetermined that Fritzy was going to win.
We have no trophy. We always break the budget on the trophy.
Can you at least tell us who was second, third, and fourth place?
As contrived as it is.
Who voted on this?
Yeah.
Well, here's the reason he got it is because he got in there early and he did this for us. Oh, just flexing away. Here we go. Flexing and flexing and flexing.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's right.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah. I think those are just nervous twitches. So you could win Deadhead of the Week just by doing weird contortions with your body.
Well, maybe that'll get someone to come in and do a threesome. Enjoy some extra lo mein and some Skinamax tonight. Coming up, we look back on the week that was. It is Know Your Show next. Welcome back to the Box Score. It's Friday, gentlemen, so we got to look back on the week and see if anyone was paying close attention. You know what it is? It's time to play.
Know Your
Show? What?
I will ask you about something that happened on the show. You just need to give me the correct answer. It is still Roe versus Roe. Paulie's going to take on the back row all by himself. And remember, the back row is up too because they made both made a ball off the break yesterday on break one to win one. All right, our first question goes to the back row. I'm sorry. On Tuesday, Dan quoted the total amount of all 6 Rocky movies combined. How much did DP say they all grossed?
I remember it was surprisingly low.
Not like 130 million. Not like
No. Oh, man.
Can I steal broccoli?
No stealing.
No multiple choice here on this.
145 million. You want to say that? No. 550 million.
Okay.
550 million.
Was it 550 million?
Do you know how much money the Rocky movies made? Total. 566.
That's it?
Yeah. $500 million.
Overrated.
I still don't remember that exact number. That's a hard question.
Close, but no cigar. Sorry, gentlemen.
You're in the ballpark.
Brock, that was really close.
The judge is just saying close, but no cigar. Horseshoes and hand grenades. I would love to give it to you, but I can't. Rice-A-Roni for a parting gift. Let's go to Paulie. On Monday, Al Michaels kept name-dropping which comedian during his interview with the boss?
Name-dropping comedian.
You know?
Johnny Carson?
Was it Johnny Carson?
I name drop. I played golf with Larry David yesterday. You can't play 4 hours of golf with Larry David. It's just not a name drop, but Larry David at dinner last night. One of the topics that came up.
Incorrect. We were looking for Larry David, of course.
Brock, I gotta complain to the judges. Comedian really threw us off.
That was tough. That was a tough one.
I don't know if I could get a do-over, but I'm blaming myself partially.
No, I gotta go along with Paul. You're thinking of like a stand-up comic, you know, and I don't picture Larry David up on the stage.
Semantics, but either way, I got it wrong.
Larry David was huge in stand-up. Back row, I complained about 566 million. Now I don't feel so bad. On Wednesday, Dan gave the reason why he thought the Bills never won a Super Bowl in the early 90s. What was it?
I know.
Oh, they were partying too much.
When they got to Super Bowl week, the party arrived in town.
All right.
Not focused.
Did the party arrive in town?
The Buffalo Bills partied too much. That's really what their problem was. Because those guys, I remember in Minnesota, they get to the Super Bowl, they were partying like they're rock stars.
Good job, guys. I was absolutely correct. They partied too much. On Monday, this goes to the front row, Paulie. On Monday, Dan said he saw a hiker on the Appalachian Trail who looked like which MLB player?
Jason Worth.
Nice.
Was it Jason Worth?
I saw one guy who looked like Jason Worth of the Nationals. Long hair and beard. And I said, you done for the day? And he goes, huh? I said, are you done with your hike? And he goes, no, I'm a through hiker.
Paulie, you nailed it. Absolutely correct. Back to the back row. Paulie's mom sent him a note that read what after Fritzie's box appearance on Wednesday?
She was either disappointed or she was disgusted.
Does it have to be a direct quote?
Yes.
That's tough. Was she more disappointed or disgusted? I was thinking those two adjectives also.
Traumatized? No. Do you remember?
Bothered, angered.
Let's say.
I thought disappointed or disgusted. I thought there was something with a D.
I know you Googled a picture of her, which was a little disturbing.
Right.
Which one do you want to go with, Todd?
Let's go with disappointed.
Was it disappointed?
My mom sent me a note, and she goes, oh my God, my mom, during the show, which she never does. She knows not to interrupt. Oh my God, what Fritzie just said in the box. My mom.
Really?
I am sorry, guys. We were looking for oh my God, what Fritzie just said in the box, which probably every day. Last question is for Paulie. In the infamous matchup of Shark versus Bear, who did DP say he was taking?
Bear.
Was it Bear?
So I have a 4-foot above ground swimming pool, a shark and a bear.
Yes.
I'm going to go Bear. Bear's comfortable in the water, man. And those big paws and those claws, and those are powerful.
Congrats. Good job there, Paulie. Congrats to the back row.
Thank you.
You took him down. Know your show. By one. Very good, gentlemen.
You got those two balls in.
All right. Still to come, I head to the bar, and they head to the pool table. Going to play a little 3-ball. This should be fun. Welcome back to the Box Score. Last call here at the Box Score Bar. The guys are over at the pool table, and today we're going to play a little game of 3-ball. Here's how this works. Each player racks 3 balls, and whoever knocks them in the least amount of shots wins. And you get a maximum of 6 shots. The winner gets to pick a Danette to hit with a dodgeball on Monday. Fritzie, you are up first, my friend.
Yes. All right, let's do it.
The power.
Yeah.
That was a little weak. Ooh.
You're set up,
Do I need the bridge, though?
That's one.
Oh, I forgot. You're you're left-handed.
This is not good for me. All right.
Nice and clean, baby. Nice and clean.
Oh, I'm blocking the other one.
Oh, boy.
Maybe here a while.
Oh! We're getting there.
Trick shot.
Oh, you just stepped in that. You can win
Fritzie
this
with
right
the
here.
backspin on this.
Oh, that hurt.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
That
so
hurt,
I
Todd.
got 2 shots to do this now.
2 shots left. Here we go. Can he walk it down the rail?
Oh, it comes down to this.
Here we go. Don't be nervous, Todd.
Last shot.
Don't be nervous.
I started out so strong.
Noonan. Miss it. Noonan.
You don't even need to bother, Paulie. You're wasting your breath.
He's going to make this.
Oh! 6 shots. It counts.
Nice.
Doesn't stretch
But you guys
on
can still do it in
return.
less
Let's
than
rack up
6
3
shots.
for Paulie.
Let's rack up 3 for Paulie.
Boy, a stunning comeback for the Orange Nation.
See what you got, Paulie.
All right. You ready, Broccoli?
Here goes Paulie.
Ooh.
Now, if Paulie wins, will he throw a rack over someone's head? Soft in the corner, leaves him a nice shot.
Oh, no, stop.
Oh!
Booyah.
Scratches out.
Rack 'em, baby.
That was tough. That was tough. I was ready to dominate.
Oh, you got 3?
Yeah,
I'm terrified
Leader.
of scratching off the
It's
break
Fritzie.
here. Because Fritzie, no offense, but they call me the hammer on the break.
All right, if you do, we have a tiebreaker.
I'm terrified of this angle scratch me. So I'm just going to go medium on the break.
Oh, is that an automatic loss?
Is that a table
That
scratch
counts
if it
as a
doesn't
shot.
hit anything?
No, yeah, that's one shot. That's just a horrible shot.
Okay.
So you're allowed to miss all of it?
Oh,
that should be a
was
two-stroke
big.
penalty. Oh, no.
I can't believe. Now, I'm going to scratch at that side pocket.
You make this, you win.
A lot of pressure,
you scratch
McLovin.
it, you lose.
I was playing safe.
That was the fourth shot?
This is for the win, this pocket.
It's calling the pocket.
Are the banks open?
Oh, this is the last shot now here?
Is this shot
Let's
six?
do
I
this
think this
tie
is number
here.
6, right?
Oh!
I thought you had
Fritzy
it.
wins!
Oh, I thought you had the time.
That was sad.
All right,
I'm
winner,
sorry.
warm up that arm over the
Sorry,
weekend. Who's on Monday?
Monday, Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan trying to get his team back after a 4-12 start. They're also going to be dealing with Hard Knocks HBO cameras. That's what's cooking so far for Monday.
All right, get that arm loose, Hammer. Thanks for watching the Box Score. Set your DVR or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Audience Channel 239, right here on DirecTV. Cheers. Have a good weekend.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!